Welcome back to the Richard Sherman Podcast. We got a guest I've been waiting on a long time to have this conversation. Tariq Woolen. What up, brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Another day in paradise?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, we had many conversations your first year about adjusting to the league, about, the expectations and how to see the world. You have come a long way since then. Tell me how you've grown from year one to now.
Honestly, just, for one, my mental state, for real. Just being a young guy coming from UTSA into now, you really don't know what you're getting into until you actually get your feet in there.
Right.
And just my mentality just from each season, I see it's just getting better from hearing different things and way to cancel stuff out, just because in this game we play, and it's a lot of people trying to pull you which way, it's a lot of distractions and stuff like that. So really just my mental state, for real, just make sure I protect it and make sure that I'm the best version of myself.
That's all you can be. Mm-hmm. That's all you can be. They never made another one of you. They won't make another.
For real.
This offseason, you talked about, I want to ask you how you spent your off seasons before this offseason, but what have you done this offseason specifically? You're a veteran, you know how things go, you know the expectations, to get yourself prepared for the season.
Honestly, one thing I got a new trainer. So I still train at the same spot in Florida, but I went to Houston, and a guy that's in my agency, Kareem Jackson, the safety, he told me to come to Houston and try out the gym he was at, and what I did there was a lot of body specific things, to prolong your career, but also to make sure you stay healthy throughout the season and doing different body movements that I haven't done before, and then putting my body in different positions that I didn't like, just so it can feel comfortable. So if I overstepped on a cut, it wouldn't feel second nature. It'll just feel like I've been there before instead of being uncomfortable. And there's different things like that. And then also, back to the mental part, I spend a lot of time with my family. I feel like guys forget that those are really the people that helped you get here. And I know in my situation it is. So just spending more time with my family as well, just being able to find my peace with them and understand where I'm from and my grounding, for real. And I can't forget where I'm from. So those are two big things I did this all season, just to make sure I was just being a better version of myself.
Speaking of where you're from, growing up in Texas, football, from what I hear, I'm a California kid. They say football is everything. It's different. How was your experience growing up in Fort Worth?
Honestly, it was a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed it. I made a lot of friends, and Fort Worth, it has its ups and downs, and a lot of people hear different things about it, but I loved it. I feel like my friends and stuff that I grew up with, they also helped shape the person I am, just because you will have friends, you'll have guys around you for different seasons and reasons, you know what I'm saying? And as you get older, you start to see that because your circle kind of gets a little bit smaller, for real. And, those guys that I made friends with growing up, I still talk to them now, and it is pretty cool because, some people think you'll change up and switch up, coming from Fort Worth, but I'm really just the same person. It's just some people don't have the same access that they did before, right. So they think I'm acting new. But
in certain parts, you got to change. You know what I mean? You got to grow and mature. It's like people get upset that they're in the same spot and they not growing and you growing, but you come back to see them and they're like, man, you don't think you better than us. I'm not better. I'm just different because I got to go through different experiences. So that's cool that you get to get back, but you also continue to grow as a person. You still hooping? They say you used to be somebody.
I used to. I started hooping a good minute ago, man. I like to shoot the ball, but other than going and pick up game, I gotta protect my legs. That court have your knees hurting.
Have your knees hurting. No question about it. No question about it. So we both spent the journey from playing receiver, at a high level to playing corner. You got to talk to me about that transition, why it happened, when it happened, what went into it.
So I was in college, and I was getting a little PT at receiver, but it wasn't for me it was my thing, but for the coaches I guess it wasn't, and I was getting less playing time, and we had a young guy come in, and he was a baller, you know what I'm saying, and you got to put your best players out there, and that was just a mental moment for me. And one day the coach put me, and he was like, "You athletic, you tall, we can use you on the team. Just might not be receiver. Have you ever played corner?" And I was like, nah. I never played defense in my life. and he was like, would you like to try to help out the team? And I was like, nah, I'm a receiver. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing offense my whole life. And he was like, just try it one time at practice today, and you'll see that it'll help the team. And if you like it, you can keep doing it some more. And so I go to practice, and I go to the receiver drills, and he'll pull me down to the DB drills. And I just be in DB drills like, nah, I'm a receiver. So after the DB drills, I keep trying to go to receiver and end, and he'll pull me back to DB. And it was a practice where I was actually doing real good. And all I was doing just running with guys, and the coach was like, are you sure you don't want to play this? And I'm like, I mean, I could try it. And I want to say that was before COVID had happened, because it was 2019, and then COVID was that March of 2020 when stuff started to really happen for real.
Make me feel like an old man. Super Bowl right there.
Bro, I'm telling you, COVID is crazy. And I played that last game of 2019 season as a corner, and then we got new coaches, and they asked me did I want to play receiver or corner for the 2020 season. I just chose to play corner. And then from there, I just start to buy in, and shoot, I'm here now.
You're here now, and you're on your way to getting what you need to get.
Yes, sir.
Just keeping on the path. Was there any inspirations, anybody you tried to mirror your game? I remember when I first moved to corner, I was just watching Deion videos and Charles Woodson videos nonstop. I was just like, well, look, I think I could figure out how to play like this. Was there anybody that you looked for? I mean, they said you was watching Madden, playing Madden, learning the coverages. I said, I know this boy wasn't no Madden trying to learn it.
It kind of went both ways. Like, as a receiver, you know how it is. Like, a receiver have a cornerback that they go against a lot of times, or it'll just a receiver that I like to end up getting shut down. And also, it wasn't too many tall corners at the time, so I would look at you. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at Jalen Ramsey just because he was a taller guy and his press work was real good. And shoot, those were like, y'all two was like really the first two guys I was really watching a lot, because I didn't know who to watch or what to watch. I just knew that y'all were taller, y'all played football real well, and those like y'all two people was I want them out of my game.
I wish I could have called you and told you to look at Brandon Browner. He's the only other 6'4" corner I've ever seen just manhandle people. You came into your rookie year, you weren't sure how it would go. You got a great opportunity, started off the bat, started hot, made, what I mean, 6 interceptions off the bat. Walk me through that season and your mindset, because we used to have conversations, but I didn't want to oversaturate you with information. I knew once you get out there, you get a feel for it. You had 4 picks in a row at one point. That was a smooth run right there. Talk about how that season helped grow your confidence.
Honestly, it started to grow just between each game. Like, I tell people every time, my favorite play and my biggest play, I'll never forget, we played the 49ers, and I blocked the field goal and they went for a touchdown. And that was like my first play in the league. And it wasn't even on the defense side of the ball. It was just the fact that I actually did something. And I'm like, damn, I did something. We scored on it too. I was like, damn, it was nice. And then that following week, we played the Falcons, and I got my first interception. And then it was like, boom, 3 weeks in a row after that. And just being able to, get better each week and, just have a feel for the game, it just started to really slow down for me, for real.
Now let's talk about your coach, because you got a defensive coach. You had a defensive coach when Pete was here, but Mike's a little bit different of a coach, runs a different scheme. You're in year 2 of this scheme.
Yeah.
Do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel like you have it down packed and like, man, this could be a real breakout season for you and just the defense as a whole?
I feel like it'll be a great breakout season, to be honest. We already have a great defense, and we already have the pieces, and we added new ones. We just got to buy in, and like you said, it's our second year in the defense, so a guy is a little more comfortable with it and stuff like that. And as we still learn new things into the defense as well, it still feels good. And it's just crazy, because I tell people this is the most I've impressed before ever. And I mean, that's my skill set for real, so I like it. And as we continue to grow as a team, as we continue to go through camp and stuff like that and come to an end of installing everything, then I'm pretty sure that what we have put together, we're going to execute it real well. And I know our defense will be real fun.
Look, I was always told press until you can't. And from the conversations I've had with Coach Macdonald, that's what he wants from y'all, and that's a great way to play. You ever in doubt, go press him and have him tell you to get off of it. But how different is it playing in this, I can't even say 2 because it's just too high, safety look versus what you ran, early on in your career, the 1 high, the single high, 3-1 coverages. How has that adjustment been for you?
It's been smooth just because, like, since you got two safeties there, it's easier to trust that they're going to have you on posts or, like, kind of deeper in breaking routes and stuff like that. And then also, it just, you can be more tighter to routes as well, I feel like, just because you kind of have that safety net back there and you can play routes a little differently. I know that most of our stuff is a little bit more matchy as well compared to what it was more loose.
Right.
Like thirds and more like of a true zone, you know.
Like y'all played it. We played it more matchy.
Man,
I don't know what he was coaching that day. I was
like, I remember just the 49ers game in the playoffs of my rookie year, and like they'll keep running these deep digs or deep overs, and I'm like, squeeze. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was just the fact that they'll be like, oh, the hookers and stuff like that, they can get it and stuff like that. So it was just that. But honestly, this defense, I love it, and I like the way that we play things around here, especially the mix and matches of different coverages and then the different fronts to make the D-line eat, because D-line and secondary go hand in hand, and if you have a great D-line, it makes your secondary look even better.
Look, remember that around Christmas time is what the D-line always told us. Man. You know, look, they helping you eat. They say, hey, you know, a nice little gift here and there don't hurt nobody, but y'all ain't paid yet, so, you know, take your time with that. But that was something that people don't really understand, is just how, you know, what's on paper about a coverage can look different than what's being executed out on the field, because we were running the same things y'all were running, but we just played it so different. And people were like, oh man, you guys are running some complicated coverage. Like, no, it's cover 3. But the reason it looks like this because we know the plays. Yeah. It's like, the reason I'm running this dig for him is because I knew it was dig. He knew it was dig. I know he's not going to drop because he's going to sit for the check down, because we're not giving him the check down either. I'm going to drive the dig and we're going to get this play squashed altogether. But that just comes from, you know, years and years of playing in the scheme. But that's similar to what y'all doing right now in Mike's scheme, and what you're making the scheme your own. Yeah. You know, and so this season, contract year, all that, it's no different for you. Don't try to put more pressure on yourself. I think it's a time for you to go out there and have fun, trust your teammates. Y'all got an incredible secondary. Y'all might have one of the best, most talented defenses in the National Football League, and you might be getting more guys back as you're getting healthy. So what I would say is just have fun, man. Go out there and enjoy yourself. The chips are going to fall where they're supposed to fall, and corners these days is getting paid. So just do your job, stay healthy as best you can, brother.
Yes, sir. No, for sure, man. That's my goal, man. Trust me, it's human nature. You see all the corners and stuff like that, but all it is playing ball for real. I know I put myself in a great position. I just got to keep playing ball, man, for real.
On that note, because early on it was you know, the big conversation between you and Sauce. You and Sauce, who's better? You and Sauce. You know where I stand. The books is important to me. You know, for real. You got more books that, you know, it's hard conversation to have. But does that ever get into your mind? I mean, as a competitor, it wouldn't get into my mind like in a negative way, but it'd just be like, I keep tabs. Like, how they doing? All right, I'm strapping all in, boys.
No,
How you doing today? All right, for sure. Do you ever find yourself doing that?
A little bit, you know, just because, like I said, my class, I seen a lot of corners go before me. And even I remember just being there with my family and just watching all these people get drafted. I knew I wasn't going to be like no first round pick. I went to UTSA, you know what I'm saying? I had to really just go crazy just to do that. But I knew that I was able to play, and I knew that some people shouldn't be getting drafted before me, you know. But once we got here, all that erases, and you got to play ball. And whenever all that stuff was happening and I just would see it, I knew what type of world I'll be living in from there, but I knew that it was my race, and I knew that I just had to beat Tariq Woolen. And if I'm the best version of myself, I don't think anybody can beat me. So, you know what I'm saying? And my stats actually show it, and my takeaways, my pass defense, you know, just everything statistical, it shows it. So, I mean. And
you just got to keep putting it on tape, and it'll take care of it.
Most definitely. So, I just beat myself for real.
Speaking of races, this is my last question. You're the fastest player ever over 6 foot in the combine. You know all that. Do you ever get any of these young guys coming in try to try you?
No, not really. Just because like some of the young guys, they just be amazed that dang, we on the same team for real, and it'd be crazy because Like, when I was a younger guy, that's how I was. When I remember when I first got in, I seen DK and T-Lock, and I knew I can be DK and run it, but it wasn't even that fact. It was just the fact, like, damn, I'm on the same team, man. It's pretty cool. So I feel like that's how it is kind of the rookies nowadays. Like, we all on the same team, and nobody just really said they can just come and challenge me and beat me for real.
If they had one of them, sorry, one more. If you had one of them races, would you participate? Because it was a while. Tariq was talking about, we going to have this race.
Trust me, most definitely. I'm telling you, I hands down, you put me out there, I'm going crazy. I'm for real. I've been wanting the NFL. Somebody that said that, I'm telling you, fastest man competition. For real, I'm going to show them. I feel like I'm the fastest.
Hey, you heard it here first. Fastest man competition. Y'all need to organize it. Reek is in it. Reek is in it, no question about it.
Most definitely.
I appreciate you joining me, brother. It's been a long time, and we're going to have you during the season to continue these conversations. I can't wait. Good luck this year.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you for having me.
Appreciate you.